Hi, dear cricket fans. Welcome to Cricket Happening. This is your host Ram with Cricket Happenings for the day. Well, dear cricket fans, first and foremost, subscribers and friends, I do apologize that I couldn't bring the second day's play report yesterday in the match between West Indies and South Africa. And as you know, AB de Villiers and Callis scored centuries, and in fact, South Africa went on to make 543 for 6 wickets declared, with Callis making 110 and de Villiers 135. Just a recap there. Unfortunately, I was not keeping well, so I couldn't come up with the report. Well, as far as West Indies were concerned, they were 86 for 1 yesterday. They had lost Travis Dowlin to a victim of Morkel. Well, today, 86 for 1 on an unresponsive pitch. Just the second innings going on, and well, the West Indies, there are two centurions in the West Indies innings. So basically, this is the fifth century by a player in two uncompleted innings. In fact, one completed innings of South Africa and then one uncompleted innings. Now, well, as far as South Africa were concerned, they declared. So this is an uncompleted innings, and this is the fifth century. Well, today West Indies have given a formidable reply on the third day. They're absolutely sitting very comfortably on a score of 424 for 4 at stumps on day 3 of the second test match here against South Africa at the Basseterre in St. Kitts. Well, an unresponsive pitch, and well, the heroes were Shivnarine Chanderpaul with a century, his 22nd test century, and Brendan Nash getting his second test century. Both of them playing in their own way, and actually really putting up a very good stand of 220 runs for the fourth wicket, which actually enabled West Indies to actually reach such a position of strength where they are just 119 runs away from South Africa's total. 424 for 4 at stumps on day 3. Now, looking at the proceedings here, what exactly happened for the day? 86 for 1, West Indies resumed. It was Gale and Dianaran at the crease. And well, let me tell you, the lunch session belonged completely to South Africa, as they operated on a corridor outside the off stump, had a very packed offside field, and well, what they got was just 40 runs that the West Indies could make. So basically, they had West Indies on a tight rope there, and they didn't allow them to score at all. And also, Gale was a victim who actually tried to play a nothing shot. Actually, there was no foot movement, and he was clean bowled by Morkel for 50. With 8 fours, and that was the time the score was 106 for 2. And so after lunch, they resumed, and Nasing Dunayan, who was looking a bit circumspect and he was a bit sedate, suddenly started opening up after lunch by actually hitting Callis for a few boundaries. But after that, Nasing Dunayan played a shot which is not worthy of really playing such a shot. And what he did was he actually chopped the ball onto his stumps for the bowling of Dale Steyn for 65 with 5 fours and 1 6, and he was walking after lunch. 3 for 151 was the West Indies score. After that, there was absolutely no reward, no luck for the South African, but also some very good batting. Shivnarine Chanderpaul was there in the middle, and he combined with Brendan Nash, and both of them strung together a 220 run partnership for the fourth wicket, with Shivnarine Chanderpaul's contribution in the end remaining not out on 151. And Ryan was it was Brendan Nash who was actually unfortunately run out for 114 before close. He had 114 of 148 balls, 14 fours and 1 6, and Shivnarine Chanderpaul had 151 not out, still there at the crease, 151 not out of 264 balls with 10 fours and 1 6. Two different. As far as Shivnarine Chanderpaul was concerned, he relied mostly. He was actually very watchful. He was not really trying to fish outside the off stump, and he saw that it was a strong offside field. But on the other hand, if you saw, Brendan Nash was really taking the attack back to the bowlers. What he did was, Mon Morkel was very interesting. It was a very good battle. Mon Morkel had a packed offside field with 2 slips and two gullies, but still, for Brendan Nash it didn't matter. He actually crashed the ball through the offside for boundaries. But then, and when Morkel tried to bowl it short on the offside, lifting delivery, he used to just glide it over third man for a 6 or boundaries. So basically, it was a good battle going on. And as far as spinners were concerned, Chanderpaul was very good with his sweep shot. He was sweeping a few balls, and Brendan Nash was absolutely strong on the offside, giving nothing away. He was absolutely very, very strong. 14 fours, the majority of the boundaries coming on the offside. And Shunan Chanderpaul is relying on some cut shots, and as you know, his customary flick shot that he plays on the onside. So these were the predominant shots that both the batsmen played, and the first to get a century was Shunan Chanderpaul when he reached his 22nd Test century, and he's still there, not on 151. Brendan Nash was the victim after he also hit one boundary and one six actually of the bowling of Paul Harris. And he was a goner, but it was a very good piece of fielding by De Villiers at the gully, because Brendan Nash had actually played the ball to gully, and well, De Villiers just point blank threw down at the stumps, and Brendan Nash was found wanting at the crease. So he was gone, run out unluckily for 114, and West Indies lost their fourth wicket with the score on 371. The tea session, there was just one wicket of Diana Ryan to go, but after tea, Brendan Nash was the one to go, and the 220 run partnership had taken the score of West Indies to 371 for 4. And at the end, Dwayne Bravo joined in, and Dwayne Bravo also hit 1-4 and 1-6, which was very pleasing to see, and he is not out on 21 of 58 balls with 1-4 and 1-6. Chanderpaul is not out, batting there like a rock as he is 151 not out of 264 balls, 10 fours and 1-6. 424 for 4 in reply to South Africa's 543 for 6 declared in the first innings, West Indies. And well, West Indies have a lot of batting to come. Ramadhin, Shillingford, Ben, Roche, Rampal yet to come, and 119 runs still to get. Chanderpaul is looking absolutely fine. There is nothing in the pitch, barring the first session which South Africa dominated. The West Indies dominated the balanced 2 sessions, and there's absolutely nothing in the pitch. An unresponsive pitch here, as you know, by the 5th century scored in 2 uncompleted innings. And well, right now it is Shunan Chanderpaul at the end of the day, not out on 151. Well, he can go on to get a very big one here. This is a very good opportunity for him, and I think West Indies should definitely take this and do it, even though the match might be turned down. You never know if West Indies could actually get lots of runs. And Dwayne Bravo is also looking very good in his 21. And well, one has to see. As far as the bowling figures go, DH in 20 overs, 3 maidens, 1 for 70. Markle 21 overs, 5 maidens, 2 for 80s and bowled well. Totsobe 19 overs, 3 maidens, none for 62. Paul Harris 35 overs, 1 maiden, none for 129. Callis 16 overs, 4 maidens, none for 51. And Alvaro Peterson bowled 5 overs for 19 runs. So that brings an end to the third day's play report on the match between West Indies and South Africa, where West Indies are firmly placed in reply to South Africa's 543 for 6 declared, with 424 for 4 on the board, with Shivnarine Chanderpaul on 151 to resume, and Bravo not out on 21 to resume tomorrow, and 119 runs is all they need, which separates them from the South African score. So that's it, dear cricket fans, for Cricket Happenings. It has been a pleasure bringing you the cricket report, and sorry that I couldn't bring you the second day's players today once again. Thanks for your company, dear cricket fans. This is Ram signing off for Cricket Happenings. Thank you.